What's up, guys? I hope you're all having a great day. It is the last day of 2021. So in this video, we're going to quickly review 2021, see what we've learned, see what we've gained, and look at what we're going to do in 2022. So I hope everybody's getting ready for the New Year's. Obviously, I wish everybody a happy New Year's, and I hope everybody's having fun later on tonight. But it is a good moment to reflect, see what we've gained, see what we've learned, see where we've lost, which is obviously usually a lesson. And as for me, it kind of comes down to this. So I'm just quickly going to go through every single bit for a little bit. I focused on NFTs, I focused on launchpads, I focused on just quick trades, on just holding for the longer term, which I didn't actually end up doing anymore. And as for fun, I kind of sniped a couple of new projects here and there. So there were some good decisions, there were some bad decisions. Overall, it was awesome. The last 3 months, especially, I made most of my gains. That's when I really got into it a little bit more serious. And over the last 3 months is really where I kind of started changing my whole approach or changing my whole look into the crypto scene and really see what's actually possible and the potential. And that's where I started really gaining a whole lot of money, a whole lot of success, and probably a whole lot of knowledge as well. So, first things first. As for the NFTs, there were a couple of good trades that I did, and as you can see, Mutant Ape is the newest one into my collection. So as a celebration for myself, I guess for the successes that we've had, I decided to buy myself a Mutant Ape. It's a good decision and a bad decision. Well, I guess it's a good decision in my opinion, but it was a bad trade maybe. Why? Because I was contemplating to get a Mutant Ape a couple of weeks back, so I don't know exactly how long ago, but the floor price was around 5.2 was the floor price. Oh, should I do it? Should I not do it? Should I do it? Should I not do it? Obviously didn't do it, didn't end up getting one. And then price went to 6 Ethereum. It's like, oh man, I should have done it. Price went to 8 Ethereum. Oh man, I should have done it. Price went to 10 Ethereum. And that's when I started thinking again, man, I should just get it, just do it. And now when it's just above the 11, when I bought it a little bit earlier this morning, the floor price was at 11.11. But today I thought, you know what, why not? Floor price might go down again, Ethereum might go down again, so maybe I got in pretty expensive, because if you look at the price, it did have a massive surge upwards over the last couple of weeks, right? So it kind of doubled in price in a very short time frame. Usually the lesson is, or the rule is, not to get into something like FOMO in when it's gone up like that, but to me, I don't really care, to be honest, because I just like the community. I want to be part of the community. I like the concept of the whole Bored Ape Yacht Club, and I just like the look of it. So even if the floor price does go down, to me, that's fine, right? It doesn't really matter. And plus, because we're working on a couple of different projects as well, it's always good to get insights and opinions from people that have been in this space for a long time, and obviously people owning multiple Bored Ape Yacht Clubs that I get access to communicate with now have a lot of influence, a lot of experience that can help you a little bit. So that was my consideration to get it. So as for me, I'm pretty happy with it. You can see that there's a couple listed. I think that they said that there's 2,600 listed right now, which is one of the lowest amounts that's ever been within the Mutant Ape. So I guess more and more people want to keep it. They got a lot of things coming up. Of course, I changed my profile picture straight away, but they've got a lot of things coming up next year in 2022 with their own game, with their own coin, with a lot of new meetups and meetups where they physically meet up or where they meet up into the metaverse and stuff as well. So I'm pretty excited to see what's going to happen there. So yes, I paid a little bit more than I should have, because I should have just decided to go for it. But oh well, that's lesson learned. If you think that's something that you really want to, just go for it straight away. Don't wait for too long. But I still got it now. Then next up we have the Warriors of Aradena and Chumbi Valley. So this is a cool example of a trade that I did with the NFTs, which shows the importance of keeping attention to projects out there, doing your research behind a lot of projects out there. So Colin, who I'm here in the office with, actually tipped me on this one. Colin Digits, right? He told me about Warriors of Aradena. So Warriors of Aradena is a project that obviously started with just the warriors. There were an X amount of warriors available. It's going to be a play to earn game. It's going to be a crypto game, and they're in pretty early stages of development still. And these warriors, they were already minted. They were already out there. And then they announced that every single warrior was able to mint a woman of Aradena. So I don't know if you can still see it. They probably took it down here, but women of Aradena were one-on-one. Every single one warrior of Aradena, where you were able to get your woman of Aradena for free, right? You were able to get it for free. So what I did is I bought 4 of these, not even that much, but I bought 4 of these warriors of Aradena. I still have one left, only one left. I even listed it now lower than what I bought it for. But what happened was, because I got the woman of Aradena, I got 4 of these, woman of Aradena. I actually minted, I was pretty lucky, I'm not gonna lie. How do you spell this? My MacBook is pretty slow lately. I've also given myself a little bit of a Christmas present, bought a new MacBook. Warriors of Aradena, so it should be woman of Aradena. So next year we should have a MacBook that's a lot quicker. But here we go. The woman of Aradena, I was pretty lucky, so I minted one of the most legendary, rarest ones. I actually minted this one here on the front page. This is the queen, and she got sold, I believe, for 8 or 10 Ethereum to the Mad King. It's like the guy that owns it. And I got this one. I minted this one. So I thought about holding it for longer because I understand the value of it in the longer run. But again, I'm not really somebody that holds NFTs or coins for very long. I'm usually somebody that flips a little bit quicker. That's how I accumulate my funds, my assets. So I sold it for just over 3 Ethereum. I looked in the Discord, everybody was like, oh my God, that was such a steal. It's so cheap, it's worth a lot more. Probably would have been able to get like 8, 9, 10, maybe even 10 to 15 Ethereum for it. But it does mean that I need to hold her for months and months and months to come. And I didn't want to. But it was a free mint, so I got her for free. Sold her for 3.2 Ethereum. Then I also had a heroic. So here you can see the rarity. So I got an heroic one that I then, where is it? Should be somewhere here. Magic, no. So, well, it doesn't matter that much. But I was able to get a heroic one, and I sold her for 0.55 Ethereum. So those two together were almost 4 Ethereum already. Here, these are the heroic ones. So you can see the price still sitting around 0.4, 0.5. Those two in total gave me close to 4 Ethereum. I sold the other 2 women for 0.1, so that was 4 Ethereum already from a free mint. And then I started selling the guys, and I only have one left. Listed him a little bit above the floor price. Floor price dropped. It was 0.1 when I bought in, 0.09 I believe, or 0.07 now I believe. So this one is just higher because of the armor he has on. But I sold all 3 of them. So overall, I earned a little bit more than 4 Ethereum on those trades, right? I don't really have anything to do with the project. Yes, I think it's cool, but you know, it's not really for me. And without really spending a whole lot of time and effort into it, I just suddenly made, let's say, close to $20,000 on that trade, which was awesome. Which then funded my next success, which is Chumbi Valley, right? If you go back here, the 3 best NFTs, in my opinion, I either had or have. Warriors of Aradena, Mutant Ape, and then Chumbi Valley. So I got myself a mythic seed from Chumbi Valley. It's not reviewed yet. It's going to take ages, 28th of January, I think, before the review comes. That's the most rare, most valuable one. If you're lucky, you either get a mini or you get a shiny one, 25%, but there's a 50% chance that you just get a normal mythical one. So we'll have to see on what that's gonna do. This one cost me 5 Ethereum. I'm happy with it. I want to keep it. I think it's a cool project, at least for now. But again, similar thing. I bought it for 5 Ethereum. I was a little bit rushed with this because they sold out quickly, listed straight away for 5 Ethereum. Usually they list for a very high price and then slow down a little bit. Right now, floor price for these ones is like 4 Ethereum. So if I kind of waited a little bit longer, I probably could have got it for cheaper, but oh well. And then of course we make some bad decisions as well. So Monkey Society and Non-Chimps were the first two projects I got in ever. And you could definitely see that I really didn't know what I was doing yet. I still have this one, nobody wants to get it off me. I even can't sell it for 0.001 Ethereum. So if anybody wants to have this one, shoot me a message in the comment below that you want to get it, and I'll just airdrop it to you if you kind of like the art from it or whatever, because I'm not going to use it anymore. There's no, the whole project is kind of just it died, so there's nothing left. And then Monkey Society, same thing. I was able to sell that one for 0.01 Ethereum. Some guy just wanted to have it, thought it looked cool, but the whole mods, the whole team just kind of disappeared. Stuff like that happens. And then I hold a couple of other NFTs, but those are my main picks. Then as for launchpads, so one I want to get started with is the fasting tracker. Most of you guys have been following me or Colin, definitely would have heard from the fasting tracker. I want to say a massive thank you to everybody that, you know, believed in us, participated, supported. We did the first seed round where people were able to, you know, get the most valuable, rare seed investment, I guess, and people are going to get an NFT later on. The fasting tracker is going to be for everybody dealing with launchpads and IDOs. It's going to track everything for you. You're going to be able to search for the IDOs that you're doing very easily. There's going to be all sorts of attachments with a Google calendar with all the links that you're going to have to go to claim it, etc. Very detailed. It looks very cool already. So yeah, again, massive thank you for that. I'm going to use it for sure. It's going to be very useful, but I think it's useful for everybody. Plus there's a lot of whole other plans attached to this whole project coming up, but more about that later on, right? As for the best ones, there's a separate video on Seedify and separate video on Anypad that I've made, so you can check that one out if you want to go in a little more depth on the launchpads. But Seedify and Anypad were the most successful ones for me. And then the one that fully flopped was Memepad. I really liked Memepad at the start. I think they did awesome. I even made a video on it on the top performing launchpads, but then eventually it turned out that it didn't really go like that. So this is my portfolio. I have a couple of different setups in my portfolio, and I started shifting things around a little bit. I don't know if it's inactive vesting is a different one. No. All right, cool. So should be, well, it doesn't matter. This is the short term. This is the short term IDOs that are coming up. If you're going to look at the results of it, it's pretty simple to see. You see Gaia, which was through Seedify, which is a good return. Spint Up through Seedify. Meme Wars is the only good one through Memebet. Then CryoWar, Seedify, also Seedify. This one, I can't remember what. This might even be Memebet as well. I'm giving them shit for no reason. And then you have Dragon Card, which Lawn Zone. I stopped with that one, but then here you go. This is Memebet, 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 Memebet. So these results are awful. There's nothing left here. This is $4. This is $6. It's not even worth it to claim anymore, to look for. So might seem cool at the start. They peak at the start, but eventually it just dies out and nothing is left. So we're not going to deal with that one anymore. Then as for trades, you have Altura and Fergen Forge that were my most successful trades. There's another video as well separately on my top 5 crypto gaming coins about Altura, about Fergen Forge, and a couple of other ones. So I'm not going to get into much depth on those, but I short-term traded Altura in between of the 28 and 36 cents when it was sitting at around there, and I made very good money on those. Floki is an example as like a meme coin. I traded that one, made a good amount of money on it at the start, but then I kept it for a little bit too long. That's why it's at hold as well. I held it for too long, still made profit on it because I got in very early, but I should have gotten out when I had like a 3 or 4x. I put in like $25,000, I think. So in a very short time frame, that made me probably close to $80,000 if I got out. Eventually I got out at like 40, so still make money on it, but especially for a meme coin like that has barely got any utility or no utility, don't wait it out for too long. You got a 3x on a big investment, just leave it, right? Get out and take your profit. Then as for the sniper, that we did that for fun a little bit. We just had fun with it here. This is Pink's Hill, where we started with, you know, finding new projects that launch, get in as fast as possible. It's just like the hype around it, but it's pure gambling. Wrote it up on the whiteboard here, and we started with 10 BNB. Eventually I got up to 18 BNB, which was awesome, but I couldn't really keep it up. I got too greedy, and we just kept pushing, and eventually that 10 BNB that we didn't want to lose more than that. Eventually got down to like 2, and I was like, all right, cool, fun is gone. So there's no legit projects on here whatsoever. Fans only fans, right? All right, cool. So that's holding. I'm not really holding too much right now because I'm being pretty successful with the trades in and out. So why should I? So that really is, in short, what I'm doing or what I have done to be able to build up my portfolio. It's gone up from like $30,000 probably just over 3 months ago, and yeah, it's gone up quite a lot. That was my starting point, and we've done pretty well so far. So I'm very happy. I'm very grateful for the things that has happened, but I do a lot of research. I put in a whole lot of time and effort. So that is, I guess, why I've gotten these results so far. As for 2022, it's pretty simple. We're still gonna focus on the NFTs, but I'm gonna be a little bit less with the short-term flips and the NFTs. So as an example, there's one here that did really well. Oh, another one sold. There we go. So Sin City, they released these NFTs like 2 weeks ago, I guess. You were able to get it for 300. I got 4, and I've been able to sell them. This one's listed for like 580, so close to 2x, which is a successful one. This one is one of the successful ones, but the short-term flips don't always turn out to be as successful. You gotta properly do your research. So, and if it doesn't work out, you usually have to keep it for very long. The thing I don't like with NFTs is that it's not actual money. You can't get it until you sell it, right? So definitely will still get in the NFTs. There's some bigger projects I do want to get into, but not too heavily. Crypto gaming, that's what I'm going to focus on the most. That's where most of my videos are going to be about. The 3 projects that I focus on now: Altura, D-Race as well. Falcon Forged is three of the examples that I want to invest in a little bit more over the couple of weeks, just buy in at lower points. But there's a video on my top 5 crypto gaming coins for 2022 as well. Launchpads, we're definitely going to continue with the launchpads. That's what initially started, you know, the whole successful run of the last 3 months. And then as for the holding, will hold, but might hold for the shorter term a little bit because we're doing so well now. And then slowly transition some funds into the long-term hold for the 2, 3, 4, 5 years. So that's all. There's going to be a lot more videos on all these topics. If you have any questions, if you want to know a little bit more about a specific certain topic, please let me know either in the comments below or join the Discord, and you can ask any questions that you will like. Again, Happy New Year. I will see you guys in 2022. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.